Hi friends, Becky here. So I was so excited last night to share details with you about going full-time in my coaching business, and I realized I didn't get too far into it. If you've been following me a while, or if you know me personally, you know that I've been working this business for about 4.5 years, but I also know that I really caught some people off guard when I just went for it yesterday, and I kind of wanted to just get into why it was this time. So technically, I went full-time yesterday, which was a full 6 months earlier than I had intended on doing so. I used to work, and if any of this is unfamiliar to you, I'm more than happy to share my story, but I kind of wanted to cut to the now. But I used to work for a corporate relocation company, and I hated it really from day one. And so when I decided to leave that company, I really didn't want to go back to work, but we had just purchased this house, and we just got married, and we have all these things that we want to do. And so I still wanted some form of a safety net. I wanted a guaranteed salary. So in January, I got a job at a German beer hall down in St. Pete, running their events department. So selling the space for events, managing the events, coordinating the events, really doing everything that an event planner does, but just for this one particular space. So lots of bridal shows, trade shows, talking to apartment complexes, talking to different corporations, setting up meetings, parties, all that stuff. So my plan, and I told this to my team actually, my plan was to work that job for 1 year. I gave myself 12 months as a challenge. So I said, you're going to work this job for 12 months, and of course work my coaching business on my off hours and when I had time and on the weekends and stuff. But I gave myself 12 months to get to a point where I was comfortable going full time and doing just coaching, doing just this. I liked my job, to be totally honest with you. This wasn't the same as the relo situation. I hated that job. I loved this job. I loved who I was working with. My boss and I got along great. There was, really cool ways to meet new people. I was out and about in this awesome city that I love, meeting people, working closely with the Chamber of Commerce, doing some charity events, getting really connected to the community, and I love my community here. So I liked my job. I was perfectly happy with staying there for the year. And I actually imagined myself maybe having a hard time leaving because I liked my job so much. So the plan was not to leave in June the way that it happened, but very suddenly new management came in, and I won't get into all of that about what happened, but new management came in and kind of had a completely different vision for the restaurant and the bar than what I had been brought into. And when that vision changed, the expectations for my role, as well as my pay and my hours and everything, changed with it. So when I got hired, I was very upfront with my boss about my fitness business. It had grown to a point where I feel very comfortable sharing that I have my own virtual fitness business, and I wanted to make sure that any job that I took allowed me to still dedicate the time I wanted to dedicate to it. So we agreed that I would work normal hours, 8 or 9 until 5 or 6 each day. About 50% of that time would be in the office, 50% of that time would be out prospecting and selling the space. And I never had to work weekends unless it was a special occasion, either a really big custom event, we did a lot of weddings or rehearsal dinners, or a bridal show, in which case I would work the weekends, and that Saturday or Sunday that I worked would be added to like an extra vacation day that I got. It was unheard of, to be honest, for the events world. That's not a schedule that you see when you work in events, but that's what I was offered. That's the position I took, and it was working for us. So the new management came in, and my hours were going to be totally different. They were going to be Wednesday to Sunday, and I was going to be working much longer days, more typical of an event manager's schedule. So I'd be working until some days 2 or 3 in the morning or 11 o'clock at night, and the days started a little later, but they were still really long, and it didn't suit the goals that I had, and it didn't allow me to teach my Insanity classes. It would really take away from this life that I had built and kind of made a plan around, and that happens, right? So I'm talking to Matt, and I'm talking to my family, and I'm like, well, maybe I should find another job. And I started looking online and applying to different jobs while I was still there, and I wasn't excited about anything. I didn't want to do something for anybody else again. Like, if I wasn't going to do this job that I loved, I didn't want to go back into an office and build somebody else's dream. So we really sat back and we took a look at how much my business has grown in the last 6 months, honestly, and we realized that I didn't need to get another job. So it was 6 months earlier than planned, and we kind of just came to the conclusion, like, that was not a job I could keep, and I didn't want to go find something new, and we realized I didn't have to. So it was just like, why are you going to wait another 6 months? I built this business with the help of my team, support of my family, and a lot of time and energy and frustration and tears and laughing. I built this business, and we're in a position now where I can do just this, and that was my ultimate goal. So how amazing is it that that came 6 months early? I kind of took the shift in my role as a sign that it was time to move forward and just really, really go for it, and that's what I did. So it happened really suddenly. I know that. I know a lot of people were like, wait, you're what? Because that wasn't the plan, and I'm a very plan-oriented person. But it's for the best. It is what's meant to be. This is what I'm meant to be doing. This is what I plan on doing forever. And now I get to dedicate all of my time to the thing that I love and care about the most. So super, super exciting. Thank you guys all so much for your kind messages and your congratulations and everything sweet that you have said and shared. And it means so, so much to me. And I can't wait to just see where this business goes.